egret. Look at that. That's a hawk. Can you see the hawk? It spotted me. I don't know what he's doing. It's a big one. I'm not gonna move. He knows I'm watching him. He's looking at us. The egret is sleeping in the background somewhere. There it is. Hard to see. There it is, right there. That white speck. There goes the hawk. Hang on, I took my camera off. He's gone. Shouldn't have done that. Well, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Our neighborhood egret is sleeping. I know he looks small, but he's very big. That hawk you just saw was huge. I'm sorry I took my camera off. I'll try never to do that again. It's a gorgeous day, and God is still in control. Granted, we're living in dark days. That is for sure. But greater is He who is in us than he who is in the world, no matter what you hear. God has delivered me time and time again from certain death, probably death itself, as I was gone. I was held hostage once with a group of people for over 2 hours in Mexico on threat of our lives. And they had clubs and they had weapons, and there was a mob, I want to say 40 to 60 in there somewhere, and they decided that they belonged to a religious group. I will not mention which one, and they didn't like it that the Christians were there. So they held up our vans. They let the air out of our vehicles. There was a group of about 12 of us, maybe, counting a few, one or two that joined with us from that area in Jalisco. And for 2 hours, we were held hostage. And by God's grace, we prayed and we prayed. Someone got a word of knowledge that during the 2 hours as we were praying, it was very intense. The two ladies from the church that were with us were horrified to the point of crying in tears because they knew something was going to happen to us. So one of the little ladies that looked like a grandmother, no kidding, just like a grandmother, like my grandmother, came up to me, and she reached under her belt and she pulled out a dagger, quite a long one, over 6 inches, I would say. It was a long dagger. I was shocked. And she said, "Hermana, sister, they're going to have to go through me to get to you, and they'll have to kill me." And I'm like, no one's going to die, sister. Even though I wasn't sure of the outcome at the time, I really wasn't, if we were going to die, because these people, they had machetes, rifles, and guns. They were serious, they were hateful, and it was a group of Christians in an organized religion. And so I had heard, that many missionaries had died like that. So I wasn't sure if we were going to make it at all. And I prayed and we prayed. And while we were praying, Carolyn, one of the members that was with us, got a word of knowledge. And she said, "I just got a word from the Lord." She said, "The Lord told me that He's going to set a table before us in the presence of our enemies." And I'm like, wow, thank God, good. But I was still, a little uptight, as anybody would be in a situation like that. And so finally, after over 2 hours, someone went, and I really not sure how much over 2 hours, because you don't seem to think straight when you're in a situation like that. Went and got someone from a city kind of far away, brought them over that was like an assistant sheriff or something. And he was out there talking to the crowd, and miraculously he calmed them down. After we fixed the tires, we were able to leave. We all climbed in the van, and as we left, we noticed the ladies, every time we went on a mission trip, especially I've been in Mexico and other places, but mainly Mexico, they treat the missionaries and they feed them. So evidently the ladies had prepared something, and they put it in the van unbeknownst to us. And as we were driving, the Lord indeed set a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Right when we got in the van, we noticed it, and we just cried. It was amazing. But you know, sometimes when you are in a situation like that, don't expect complete and utter relief. We went on to go back to the house, and we couldn't go back to the regular places that we went to. And I ended up trying, but I didn't sleep on a concrete floor. I mean concrete, with just one little blanket in between me and the concrete, with mosquitoes flying over my head, making that horrible sound all night. So needless to say, I didn't sleep, but I did get up the next day, and I'm still here praising the Lord and telling you a little bit of a testimony as to no matter what situation you find yourself in. Remember Peter when he was in prison and the church prayed, and there was an earthquake and he was set free. Always remember the miraculous working power of God, and you will be saved. Not just to heaven, and not only to heaven, there's no just about heaven, but here on earth too. That's right. So fret not, the Lord is with you. God bless you. There was a video that, and I haven't learned how to stream videos here that I can mirror yet. I just haven't taken the time, but there's hope for those that need medication for the treatment. They can get vitamin C, zinc, and D all in one, and that seems to destroy the impurities. So just sharing with you, and if you want any information on that, let me know. God bless you, and may His countenance shine upon you. May He be the shade on your right and your left hand. May He be your everlasting joy and hope and protector. I pray this over you. I pray the blood of the Lamb cover you, that He sends your angels to protect you and put a hedge around your household, that you may be protected of the one who you serve. He is faithful. In Jesus' name, God bless you, and I hope you enjoyed that little story. Shalom.